Hello guys, this is Igor MGTOW and video games, and today we are going to be live streaming. But for today I'm going to give you a link and we're going to talk about the usual MGTOW topics. Anyways, it has been a long week without these hangouts on air live streams. So now that you're asking where is the link, I will happily provide the link as you see here. And I'm not sure that, and I just heard a new thing that Hangouts on Air is going to be eliminated. So guys, if you want a link, it's here. I've heard that on YouTube it says Hangouts on Air will be going away later this year, which is not a great idea. So anyways, let's get back to the MGTOW topics. So we MGTOWs are growing. There is this group called the Anti-MGTOW Federation. Congratulations, the one viewer who is viewing me right now. Congratulations on liking. Oh, viewers. So let's talk about these things. MGTOW is growing, and there are people, Oh, hello, Green Reaper. Just something. I haven't streamed in a long time, so now I'm going to do it. The reason I can't stream in a long time was summer break and stuff. But now I can. So let's start with these topics. So MGTOW is growing. We we have the Anti-MGTOW Federation led by led by Crimson Cucksader and his followers. They try to attack MGTOW. They claim that we are bullshit conspiracy theories, even though things are even though we just wanna do. These anti-victims have claimed that we are just degenerate conspiracy theorists and the kind of sentiment is a conspiracy. This is what the anti-victims said. But we have data to back it up. We have data to back it up. And it is not a conspiracy theory, but it is a fact. These anti-MGTOWs are only interested in keeping the status quo. They don't like the fact that the gynocentric society is going away and there's nothing they can do about it. That's why they're busy attacking us or roasting us or stuff like that. They can't. It will not work out the way they want it. Because we MGTOWs are growing and there's nothing they can do about it. And even there are some MGTOWs who are doing Project Mayhem. If you want to see in detail, go to When in Doubt's channel. And we are growing. Now, the only thing stopping us from doing what we want is the Anti-MGTOW Federation. Now look, Crimson Crusaders channel only has 49 or 50 subscribers compared to my 862 subscribers. So we MGTOWs are growing. There's nothing they can do about it. If you want the link, you can join in. Now I'm going to post it all over my server. Because why not? Oh, what happened? Oh yes, Discord. So now I'm going to be posting on my Discord, and I've already posted on this channel the link. So as we can go right now. Oh shit. Oh, not again, UK. I should set it to United States that way. So we in fact are growing and there's nothing they can do about it. They will try to attack us and all these other usual anti-MGTOW things like shaming tactics are what they don't know it will not work. Because they can try, they can do whatever they want. It just will not work the way they think it will. Now, whatever they're planning to do will not work as intended for the anti-MGTOWs because we MGTOWs are growing and there is nothing they can do about it since we do not give a shit about the anti-MGTOWs. They can just calmly do their anti-MGTOW stuff while we MGTOWs are growing and then look at Crimson Crusader versus Sadman. Even I, a small MGTOW content creator, a lot bigger than Crimson Crusader. So of course we are growing. Now let's get into the other topics. So in the last stream a few weeks before, we discussed the PUAs dying off, and I'm going to add something a bit to finish this topic. So we do know that PUAs will die, and and they can't do anything about it. And we make those are growing and they can't do anything about it. They'll try but they will not succeed. Now that's just a footnote on the real topic. I have seen some parts make the zip lord. I was a private when fight the anti-Mixer Confederation. It was a bloody battle. Angry Mixer was the leader back then. While the anti-Mixer, well, the angry Mixer betrayed. Well, his problem. Now on to the now on to the now on now on to the next topic. We there have been some rumors that JB Gunner has been scamming MGTOW. Now I've seen the Like and Fury video. And on Coach Eli's stream, which is a segment, I saw Like and Fury video where JB Gunner admits he scammed MGTOW. Grin Reaper says men are waking up to shitballs that discriminate against us. Well, I agree. That does seem to happen. And it's good that men wake up. They have returned with a bigger force. But but now I'll be becoming a new leader in this battlefield. Now the anti-MGTOWs do have the entire state and the entire society support. What they don't have is support by most of men. Most men really do not care or are not married. So basically the anti-MGTOWs are losing. This is why they often call it the last stand. Oh, Francis Lonely. Hello. Hello, Francis. So back to the topic. The reason why they call it the last stand is because we are winning. When they say that they are fighting a last stand against us, they have practically admitted that we will win. And they can't do anything about it, since we MGTOWs are growing. We will always grow and they can't do anything about it. Now we MGTOWs will in fact. Now speaking of growing, there are some people in Japan who are not MGTOW, but are very, very similar to MGTOW. Almost practically the same for all intents and purposes. They are called herbivore men. These are basically MGTOW guys in Japan, but they don't call themselves MGTOW. They don't interact with women, which is the same thing as MGTOW do. Except that MGTOW is a bit bigger than the herbivore men. But even their own version of MGTOW should be promoted and integrated into MGTOW. Now I'm going to see what you guys are posting on. Now, if you want that Hangouts link, you can join if you want. Now, as a matter of fact, we will be growing and there is nothing that they can do. They may try to roast us, they may try to attack us. Oh yes. MGTOW Sith Lord. Anti-MGTOW Federation won't break the line. We MGTOWs have battle feminist cucks POA weekend the black team. Anti-MGTOW Federation once again. So the Anti-MGTOW Federation is really small. We don't even have to care about that much. We're growing. And as a matter of fact, the anti-mixers claim that by accepting women they have a high ground, moral high ground. The anti-mixers claim by accepting women they have the moral high ground. Here's where they are wrong. Accepting women, they claim, the anti-mixers claim that we're intolerant for not accepting women. Now here's why we don't accept women. Because women, as the Boy Scouts ever so likes to be, the Boy Scouts are a history lesson and the MREs are a history lesson and a reminder as to why you should never accept females. And actually, if you accept females, you have basically given to death. If you have a male-oriented or pro-male group, accepting females would be basically a death sentence for that type of group. And accepting females would be the death sentence and the death row for a MGTOW type of group. So as of course we'll never accept females. Since the general consensus of MGTOW does agree with me. Now we have more than one topic, so let's see what we've talked so far. We've talked about POAs infiltrating MGTOW. Our biggest army is the mainstream media such as CNN. They're Red Army of MGTOW. They are Red Army of MGTOWs. We must defend MGTOW at all costs. Well, look, Sith Lord, here's where you get Lord wrong. We are not defending. They are defending against us. We are victorious. They are not. They are losing. We are winning. So basically, we are winning. There's no need to. We should defend, but we are not. But we do not need such big defenses. Since maybe one or two shaming tactics will try to attack us. But we MGTOWs are on the verge of victory. They can't do anything about it. I mean, they'll try, but they'll realize that it's not a good idea. So if you guys want to hang a link, I'll happily provide it. And you, and any one of you, have to realize that we MGTOWs are growing. There's nothing they can do about it. They may try to censor us, but I mean enemy, not army. Oh, are you still playing video games? Of course I am. I'm playing. Speaking of video games, thanks to you, Green Reaper, for bringing me there. Speaking of video games, we are, in fact, I'm still playing video games, and one of my favorite video games is Team Fortress 2, and one of the reasons is that Team Fortress 2 is one of the games that is not heavily feminized. I mean, they do not have female characters. They do not have feminist things. And as a matter of fact, we MGTOWs are indeed growing. And we should MGTOWs expand into the gaming industry. Because if we have control of the gaming industry, that would be a pretty good deal. Since we can create MGTOW friendly games, and that on its own will lead to us MGTOWs being able to have our own ideas spread. I have an answer for male spaces where women get go. What did you want to say, time in the bottle? By the way, MGTOW support said again. Feminists have taken over the video gaming industry. Well, they've taken over most, but not all, since there's still few non-feminized games. And that is good. I just hope not every game is a feminist shit fuck. But we but there are a few games that are not feminist as of right now. Now another thing is the shaming tactics. They are usually shaming tactics usually work like this, and this is why they fail. They will always use same line or similar. They'll use something like this. Oh, hurt you, or Igor, you're such a misogynistic little trash piece. Basically, they'll shame any MGTOW, but they can't able to. A MGTOW needs to be established on IRC. By the way, what is IRC? Anyways, speaking of these things, we are establishing a big presence on BitChute. Portuguese MGTOW, when that MGTOW has moved into BitChute, things are moving fast. Also, I'm gaining more and more subscribers, and more subscribers means more and more MGTOWs growing. Internet relay chat. Oh yes. Oh, we need to create a MGTOW friendly. We should create a MGTOW friendly messenger app. We should create a MGTOW friendly messenger app. Now here's the reason. Because if we create a MGTOW messenger app, one MGTOWs can message to the other secretly without YouTube or even Discord knowing what is up. We already had with IRC. And speaking of internet relay chat, we should take it over. We should take it over. What do you think? Especially since we MGTOWs need a place to go. And also since there are large populations of MGTOW moving into BitChute, I have decided to lock the MGTOW project, to temporarily lock it, until we can learn a bit of code and have better equipment to host it. But if YouTube shuts me down, I'll be creating my own website where I make daily videos, kind of like a blog. Basically, it's kind of like a blog website I'm planning to do. Basically, where I host my own videos. But that's completely different from MechTube. That is in case MechTube doesn't develop on time, and I hope it does. And we have a lot of time, and more MGTOWs are moving into BitChute, so MechTube would be a pretty good idea, but I don't think it would be necessary in the short term. But in the long term, it may be necessary. Download Mother, it's free. They use it to log on to Freenode, net or free RC. Good idea. We can use the idea. And also, we should basically create our own channels there. Now, here's the thing with BitChute. Australia and New Zealand banned BitChute. But this doesn't have to matter, since we all know that there are solutions when something gets banned. And we should probably do the solutions. And password protect them. That's a really good point, time in a bottle. Since password protection is the absolute maximum, we don't want feminists hacking our channels, because that would be a bad idea. Since if that does happen, we are screwed. Now, as a matter of fact, MGTOWs are expanding. And here is another thing. The anti-MGTOW, there has been a group of women going their own way, which is totally copycat chameleon version of MGTOW. Now, it's a bit ironic, as MGTOW expanded, MGTOW faded into obscurity, and now we MGTOW are growing. They can't do anything about it. So we should be working the way we want it to. And also, I have oh, Eric. Oh yes, I'm 14. Everyone knows that by now. But anyways, I'm 13-year-old MGTOW. Basically, I'm no longer the youngest MGTOW since I basically grown up a bit. Oh, smart kid. Oh yes. Thanks, Eric. Thanks. So, we, so, there's this reason why YouTube wants to censor us. It's because it wants to help the anti-MGTOWs. Since Susan is a feminist and we all know it. They don't, they don't want a MGTOW victory. And the largest MGTOW channel yet, Sandman. Sandman has been an early MGTOW. And here's another thing. MGTOW went as far back as to 2001. Even earlier, I'm hoping it went even earlier. But there has been a predecessor called, there has been a predecessor group to MGTOW. Now, it's basically Tom Likas, but Tom Likas isn't as big as MGTOW was. It was basically one of the few female nature discussing people, but we MGTOWs have grown. There are more MGTOWs than Likas 101 people, and that is a good thing since MGTOW is expanding. We MGTOWs are growing, and there's nothing they can do about it. If they try, they'll try. If they try, they'll fail. Since we MGTOWs are growing, a fun, a good thing about this is that I already have a website idea called MagTube. So it's basically temporarily shut down, and I'm planning to create a new game called EcoSpace Program. It actually goes back further than 2001. I went MGTOW on my own in 1986 without the acronym attached. So guys, it doesn't have to have the acronym. As long as it's still the same, it's good. But even MGTOW officially existed in 2001. And MGTOW way back was MGTOW way back was very different from MGTOW today. Since MGTOW today is a lot more red pilled than MGTOW back then. MGTOW back then didn't have hashtag #MeToo to deal with. It mostly revolved around divorce courts. So now MGTOW is a lot more red pilled and everything. So that's good. And we MGTOWs are growing. I am proof that men will go MGTOW based on their mistreatment without even knowing about MGTOW. And here's the thing. There are already people going MGTOW without knowing what MGTOW even is. And that is a good thing that's happening. Because more and more men will join in. and they can't do anything about it. Time in a bottle, you're very ahead of the curve. I also picked a Green Reaper, and I'm pretty sure it's not only me. I've met several men that went mixed up before me. Ah, yes. So basically, it's more and more female divorce courts do them. I'm also planning to create a new intro for my videos. Good morning. The Mad Aussie Portman said, "Good morning from Australia at 05:25 p.m. Oh, since I'm in Serbia and since it's basically 9 o'clock, basically, I'm going to say to you good evening since it's 9 o'clock evening in Serbia. Now, I'm also planning to do streams in the morning to make sure that I capture all audiences, not just the audience, not just not just people viewing right now. I'm planning to have a lot more MGTOWs going. And also, I have heard this one story in the series Breakout, where one man basically escaped prison, and how he entered it, he can't pay child support, which means men are being locked up just because they can't pay child support. That awfully sounds familiar to debtor's prison, but you might say, oh, debtor's prison is illegal. How can that be? Well, it is, in the form of being locked up in contempt of court with child support. Now there has been now there has been this story. Now there has been this story where basically there was this guy who had to deal with who escaped divorce court from Canada by putting all his money in crypto and then going to a country that does not extradite. Now he may never step foot in Canada, but at least he has some freedom and doesn't have to pay. So that's good. So the future is married men who are divorced might need to escape to other countries. Let's see. Time in the bottle says my ex-mom's an old. They would put her up to cheating in order to go after rich guys in town. She cheated with a good friend, and he came and told me she was not that day. As MGTOW feminists can't explain me. In the USA, men are being locked up for failing to pay child support for the kids that are not even biologically theirs. Isn't that crazy? You don't even know the kid is biologically yours, and you have to pay child support, and if you can't, you go to jail. Basically, it's crazy and stupid at the same time. So we must do something about it. So we basically need to do something about it. Since men shouldn't be paying child support for kids that are not even theirs. Uh, speaking of speaking of that, as we are going MGTOW, I think the divorce courts and family courts will have to pin the child support on someone. Now many states have made DNA testing illegal. You see, in order for the states and the Ghana central government not to go bankrupt, they have to pin the child support on someone. Now they're getting desperate by putting child support on men who are not even the fathers of said children. Now time in the bottle said, that's absolutely true. Men are beginning to avoid women like the plague. We have to avoid women like it's the Black Death. Now there are some countries who are making DNA testing illegal, claiming it might hurt the family or such. But what they're really saying is, hey, I'm a gynocentric society. I do not want to be bankrupt because men are going MGTOW. I need to pin the child support on someone even if it's not mine. even if the person in question is not that. So basically, that's how the gynocentric society behaves. They need to pin the child support on someone because if they don't, they're going to get bankrupt since men are going mixed up. And this proves the big power we have. Now they have to pin the child support on someone, otherwise the state will have to pay out of its own pocket. And we all know how that will work out. Now, banning DNA testing is to cover up their criminal behavior. I agree, time in the bottle. The only reason they ban is to cut costs because the welfare state cannot simply afford to pay for children. So they have to pin it on men for becoming rich and being rich. So basically that's how they're doing it. They will try to do something, but they can't. Now all they have to do, men, to avoid this is go monk mode. But I don't know how much that would be a viable option since Wim will probably invent something like ignore rape or something. Since since basically they need to do something. The gynocentric society is collapsing and if they don't do something or if they become pro-MGTOW, the women will try to attack them. So basically we have an anti-male state that is working with the women's interest in mind, which they can't effectively do because men are going MGTOW, and that's why they should go MGTOW, because they can't effectively do anything against it. Now the gynocentric society is on a lose-lose situation. They can't be pro-male since the women will attack them, and they can't be anti-male because more and more men will join MGTOW. Basically, the state is caught. Basically, the gynocentric society is caught in a catch-22. So basically, the entire society will collapse. The gynocentric society is like a house of cards. Banning DNA is also to cover up male exploitation, I agree. Now, the big comparison is that the gynocentric society in itself is a house of cards. If you destroy the gynocentric house of cards, everything would come crashing down. So basically, we already know that the gynocentric society is not that stable as it would perceive itself to be. Now now I know that there will be some. They will try to do something against men, but they'll fail. Since all men have to do is go make it, it's not easy. They can't put bachelor tax because it would be against First Amendment in the USA, but they can do in other countries since they can't do since there is no freedom in speech in other countries. So we do in fact have everything working out on our plan. The anti-MGTOWs, we're close to victory. The anti-MGTOWs have their only one last stand. Hello. Oh, hello, Bosnian MGTOW. So basically, if you want to join in, Bosnian MGTOW, click the link I'm going to send you. Link to join in. So Bosnian MGTOW, if you would like to join in, you could click the link if you want to. Basically, all you need is a smartphone or a microphone. I'm on the phone. Well, you can use the phone. Just be careful with the camera. Uh, when you go on the Hangouts, turn the camera option off. But anyways, if you want, you can join. So MGTOW is growing especially in the Bolton region. They can't do anything about it because we MGTOWs are growing. We are growing and they'll run out of men to exploit at warp speed. Well, their problem. Thanks bro, I'll pass now. So basically, things are general working out. There makes us in the... Oh yes, he doesn't know what to say. Oh yes. So let's reiterate. We have the gynocentric society, which is in free fall. Men are not going to help the gynocentric society, and the gynocentric society will collapse. So basically, anyone supporting or directly involved in the gynocentric society will have to lose a lot, since no man is going to support such an such an ideal of a society. Men don't want gynocentrism and pro-womenism. YouTube sucks. I'll no longer get notifications. I refuse to pay for their kid glitter. Meow. Oh yes, the Mad Aussie Bushman. Such a nice idea. We're already expanding. Over at Twitch, you'll get all the notifications. Kenya is going MGTOW, great. We MGTOW. Now here's one thing. We MGTOWs are all over the world. Now I've seen a few anti-MGTOWs trying to use the race card, mostly women but failing, since we MGTOWs are all over the world. There's nothing they can do about it. They will try to attack us. They'll even... Now the shaming tactics that they use against MGTOW mostly depends on who they are ideologically. Someone will basically try to call us race traitors, but others will try to call us, you know, misogynist or something. But the thing is, no matter what they say, they will fail. Since victims are not listening and they do not care. And we victims are growing. There is nothing they can do. Because if they try, they'll fail. Oh yes, Kenya is going MGTOW. Of course, we in the world are going MGTOW. MGTOW spreading around the world. America's going to... North America is going to go MGTOW. Australian continent is going to go MGTOW. Most of Europe will go to... MGTOW is in the many millions. That's why jewelry stores and wedding supplies are going out of business. Now here's my favorite topic, the diamond industry. Diamonds in the future, since nobody wants to buy them, will go on clearance. Remember, as a mix in the future, you'll probably see 90% off or something like that. Since nobody is going to buy those engagement rings, diamonds are probably going to go on clearance or something. Since they have no option but to lower prices. And the diamond industry itself is a fraud. Since diamonds are much more common than they sell. Now the only reason the diamonds are expensive is because they basically control the market and they won't let the proliferation of diamonds. If all the diamonds are sold at the same time without it being banned, without it basically that only 10% of the diamonds are being sold. Victor will eventually shut humanity down unless some major corrections are made. A time in the bottle. If we make the artificial womb that won't happen. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on abroad. Good for you, Green Reaper, and this good. Now here's my favorite part. The future technology. We have future technology that is growing. There's nothing they can do about it since we are growing. They'll most likely try to attack us, but they'll fail. We are growing and there's nothing they can do about it. We, in fact, in fact, I don't think humanity can shut down. We have too many people. Right on, Grim. But here's the thing. There are two types of technologies, the sex bots and the artificial wombs. I'm mostly going to focus on artificial wombs since this is actually the most interesting part. But speaking of that, we have the artificial wombs will allow men and mixed to have children without ever having to interact with women. We can have some few female egg cells in a petri dish and even making new cells. Since biology is still interesting, and the good thing is that if we can integrate genetic modifications with the artificial womb, we may be able to create more MGTOWs, and more MGTOWs is always good. So things are really good when it comes to this. We MGTOWs are growing, and it's undeniable. We all know that what they will try to do is are some sort of, unless I get something in this read read Isaiah 4:1 and Isaiah 3:13-12. It will shut down. It's just a matter of time, and it's the only way. The Bible does say it doesn't have to happen. It's up to the system. Oh yes. Please pump and dump that like button. Oh yes, and here's another thing. Since we already know that the gynocentric society will try to pin child support on men who on the men which said children are not even biologically theirs, pumping and dumping is never a good idea. Since if you pump and dump, you basically have the risk of letting a woman be able to claim child support. And hashtag meat is never good. But here's the good news. I have heard that there may be a possibility that one person, hopefully one person, will be the last victim of hashtag MeToo, since we MGTOWs are growing. If they even have the hashtag MeToo victim, they'll probably have the last one, since there aren't any more, because we MGTOWs are growing, and there's nothing they can do about it. Maybe if technology kills us, that's the only way we can shut down. Avoid it, or you will get MeToo'd. Basically, avoid pumping and dumping and anything. If you're basically in a high status position as a man, your best job is to avoid females as much as possible. Now, I know that I'm not in the workplace, and I know that I don't really know much about the workplace, but I suggest that if you avoid females, you're much more likely to have a lower risk of females trying to basically accuse you of whatever they want to accuse you of. And because you have the lower risk, you can keep, basically you have to avoid spending time with women as much as possible. You have to avoid mentoring them because they have some plans which will make it bad for men. Now, we do. Now, if you want to keep yourself safe in the workplace, just avoid women as much, and I mean as much as possible. And and in the future, there will be no need for bumping and dumping because we already know that future technology is developing. Once the robots are in, bumping and dumping is officially not necessary, except for a few people and mixed schools still do it because it's not it's not natural. But we mixers are growing, and bumping and dumping will become more and more redundant as mixer grows and as new technology becomes bigger. Now another topic. We have a special group called incels. Now these are the type of people who want to be with friends but can't. So what we have to do is basically making a lot of posts in their subreddit telling them that they're better off not being with women. If we succeed, we might turn we might turn incels into MGTOWs, and more MGTOWs means good. Oh yes. I quit going to restaurants that predominantly women oriented at men as of this year. I don't want to go to those anymore. I agree. So that's great. We are growing. And also, here's the goal. Women are trying desperately to shut down women. Women are trying to shut down men-only groups. When they can't, when they can't have their own way, they try to shut down. The other problem is that there are some simps who let women infiltrate, and that's the worst idea imaginable. So we basically, remember how women don't want to go to dangerous places. Remember how women avoid dangerous places. Well, that's exactly where we need to go. Since women won't go to dangerous places, and they'll try but they'll fail. So basically, we need to go exactly where women don't want to go. So basically, so basically, and I think we Mixo should establish our own cities, and we should use new technology to make a new Mixo society. And a new Mixo society would be a good idea, and a new Mixo ideal will be very very good. Since the new Mixo ideal won't have to worry about women. And we can do what we want, since we won't have to worry about women trying to destroy us every now and then with the child support. Anyways, another topic. Medical Wisdom has made a video called Ordinary Men Real Stories. Basically, my thing is that was his video. And I recommend that you watch it. Now in the video, there were some men saying that they had to represent themselves since they can't afford. Now, you can't even secure disability check, so even if you're a disabled man, most of your disability will go to women. And that's the problem. Since they're taking out everything for the women's child support, then that would be bad. So we basically need to do something to stop the women. And there has been calls to ban makeup from YouTube. Oh yes. DuckDuckGo or search. Read it. Oh yes. I recommend we also search engines. If we MGTOW should create our own search engine and our own operating system. We MGTOW should create our own operating system. Since that will at least give us control. And we MGTOW should also remember how women are not going to the STEM fields. That's exactly where we need to go. More MGTOWs in the STEM field will always be a good addition. So things are working the way it should be. And we MGTOWs are growing. They have basically tried to do their new trick of basically, oh, if you're a male-dominated group, we have to. Remember how the Boy Scouts have to accept women without even being consulted? Now, many troops rebelled. Many Boy Scout troops didn't like the fact. And also, the Boy Scouts is pretty much bankrupt. They were basically destroyed by women. No, I want to explain why I allocate you moderators. All of you who are moderators right now, and even you, the Bosnian MGTOW, look at the moderator, is to keep out the women, away from the place. Also, MGTOW and the Balkans are growing, and we should create our own version of MGTOW to basically make sure we have our to spread MGTOWs into regions that don't speak English. We have to basically create a Balkan-friendly version of MGTOW. Once we do that, we can integrate it with the regular MGTOW. Now MGTOW is growing, and they can't do anything about it. And we are growing. And things are working out, and the plan is working the way it should be. Anyways, we are approaching at the end of the stream since my live streams are usually 1 hour. So basically I had a fun stream and expect more videos since I have MGTOW plantation evacuated. Good. Now here's the thing. Now that I'm in the school break and I don't have to deal with school, I can make more videos. And that is really, really good. I'm being able to make more videos and that's great. So this should be working the way we want to. And also since the Hangout. What? You mean you do you mean the live? Do you mean the live stream? Live stream. Do you mean to stay longer in the live stream or what do you exactly mean? Yes, remixes are growing. So the conclusion is everything that the gynocentric society uses, the gynocentric society in itself is going to shit. They can't do anything about it. And there have been. Are you on the phone right now? No, I'm on the computer. Also planning to make more videos and more gameplay videos. Now we have to deal with this. Since YouTube will not let, y'all know, since YouTube will not let, oh yes, since YouTube will start to destroy Hangouts, I've seen the notice that Hangouts will be removed. I'm planning to on my future streams We use the Discord live on air to make sure things work out. And also I'll be making more videos. So hopefully that works. Hopefully that works the way it should be. You should download Mother, install it. Yeah, yes, I agree. Now, Grim Reaper, I'll stay a few minutes more. But most of the streams end with 1 hour. Since I have to do a lot of other things. And I have other plans to do. And more videos will be coming soon. Mostly gameplay videos, and if there aren't any streams, they will be immediately switched to Discord once YouTube and once YouTube stops with Hangouts, they will start. We will start with Discord. Now I'm going to spread the message as much as possible. So hopefully that works out. And we need to basically have a new way of streaming and letting people join in. So we do have things working out. So now I'm going to message anyways. So now I'm just going to post something. Now in my old days, basically when I had 50 to 60 subscribers, Google has censored Australians. We can no longer access BitChute unless we use a VPN. I'm guessing Google is doing it to crush any competition on YouTube. Well, I agree. Oh. So Mickey 101 made a video about it. So we are going to have to do something about it. So so when in doubt made the transition. So now I'm spreading the message. Also I'm going to warn anyone. I apologize, it's Mother, not Mother. Well, that's great. Well, as long as it works out. Good. But I'm planning to end the stream soon, since I'll be doing a lot of other activities, making gameplay videos and such. Since the entire channel is named Igor Mekta Video Games, so of course I'll have to do gaming. Anyways, we're approaching the end. I can't even access my own Twitch channel. Oh yes, they're trying to censor it by region. I forgot it. Great. So anyways, we're approaching the end. As I do have to do a lot of other things. Now, I'll just stay 1 or 2 minutes longer. But usually when 22 hours reaches, then we will do it. And I'm going to taste it. Take care, everyone. Oh yes. To anyone, thanks for liking the video. Please click the like and subscribe and the notification. Well, if you can't done so already, anyways, this is Igor Make the Games, and bye bye.